little slow. Hey, Sonny here. Today I want to go over "You're in Love" by Ratt and Warren DeMartini. That was one of the first solo that I actually learned once I started to getting comfortable playing solo. And I think it's one of his best. If you want to study Warren DeMartini, I think this is one of the best solo to study on. But anyway, so let's go over the rhythm first, and we'll go over the solo. My guitar is tuned to standard tuning at 440, except the last string. Is a drop D. I have a drop D tuner, so I can on the Wolfgang, so I can just change it on the fly from E to D on the low E string. But if you don't, you have to tune your string down. So your low string is D, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, so the intro riff is power chord. It's two notes power chord, so you got a D power chord. E power chord, 7th position. C power chord. D. A. Back to C. Okay. The trick is that you gotta play. The first time you gotta play like this. So you go the D chord, mute twice on the low D string, and then D chord again. And you mute 4 times on the low D string because it's drop D. So slowly it goes like this. So that's basically 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But it's the same pattern when we play the rest of the song. So E power chord. And then C power chord. So that second time I played the E power chord, mute twice on the open D string, low D string, and then C power chord, and then mute 4 times on the low D string. So far we have this. Repeat again on the D power chord. You play the A power chord, mute on the low D string twice, C power chord, and the next we gotta play a C sub. So basically, play a C chord. You gotta play all the way down. You play the A3, and you bar down with your ring finger on the 5th fret of D, G, and B string. Use your pinky hammer onto the 6th fret on the B string. You lift back up, you play the C chord twice again. Okay? So far we have this. So you repeat again. This time you pause for a note on the C chord, and you move down to the F to the B flat power chord. You play this. So it goes B power chord, mute twice on the 1st fret on the A string. Do that again, and then you play the B flat chord 1 time and just mute 1 time on the 1st fret. on the A string. So again, it goes like this. The next pattern, the next measure goes like this. So what I'm doing is I play the B flat power chord, and then mute 3 times on the first fret on the A string, and then play it twice on the C power chord. And it goes back, and then it goes to beginning again, and that's where we play a little tiny riff. But before we do that, let's play slowly again from the top. That brings us to the lick. So that brings us to the lick. So what I'm doing is I play on the 13th fret on the B string and 10th fret on the E string. When you play it, while you're holding down your index finger on the 10th fret on the E string, you gotta bend the 13th fret of your B string up. So basically, you bend it up until the 13th fret reaches the same note as the 10th fret on the E string. So basically, you get to the D note. Basically, you raise from the 13th fret to 15th fret on the B string, and that's the same note as the 10th fret on the E string. So you do that twice, and you move up to B15 and E12. Do the same thing again, only one time. You move down, you play the B11 and E8. So do that again, and then this lick. So I'll play the 10th fret on the E string, and play the 13th fret on the B string, pull off on 10th fret, 12th fret on the G, and then 13th fret again on the B and pull off on 10th fret, 12th fret on the G, and the 10th fret on the B. And then play the 12th fret again on the G string, pull off on 11th fret on the G string, 12th fret on the D string, and then 10th fret on the G string with harmonic, give a little pinch harmonic and bend it up. So that's the lick. So that's pretty much the whole song. Oh, and one more part, and it goes like this. So all I'm doing is I'm playing seven. I play. It's like a. Okay. So you put your index finger. You play 5th fret of low D string, A string, and a D string, and your ring finger's on the 7th fret on the G string, pinky's on the 8th fret on the B string. So you play that chord and you slide up to the 7th position, and you play twice on the low D string on the 7th fret, and then you play the whole chord again. You do the same thing again. And you play the C power chord, C sharp power chord, and back to the D power chord. So it's like a chromatic up, going up from 3rd, 4, and 5. And then there's a variation to that part. Instead of doing there's one part that goes in. So it's a little variation. It goes A, B, C, and real quick back to A. And you walk up 3, 4 on the C, C sharp, and back to D power chord. So that's a little variation there. Alright, so this brings us to solo, and let's go over to solo.